Test, test, test. Thank you, Red Avatra. Yes, I'm doing it. So, hi or welcome back, depending on if you've been here yesterday. This is my current state of reconstructing the thing. Basically, this right here is just the exterior that I re-textured and recolored. But that means it's 100% the official thing with the official metrics. And then in a few minutes I'm going to jump back into Blender and continue building the interior. I did that yesterday for about 2 hours and have the ground floor layout done. Obviously nothing else, but seems like a nice spacious dropship, or no, not dropship, gunship. Hi. Ooh, good morning, Florida. I was hoping to get some of the, or give some of the Americans a chance, because yesterday it was too early for them, I think. But the only thing I changed from yesterday in this very view is the light. I added some lights so we can actually see it. And to get right back where we left off yesterday, there's 2 doors. There's 2 doors, even though the concept image only really shows one entrance. Let me just jump to that for just a second so you can see what I'm talking about. It is this one. You can see there's only one entrance on the left side, and on the right there's nothing. Well, but in the scene, in the model, oops. Oh no, I broke it. In the model there's 2. There's 1 on each side. We can have a look in Blender in a second and see what that might be. It might just be a mirrored model for getting it on the website sooner, but I think it could also be like a hidden second entrance, because one entrance is quite dangerous. Do you have any plans to do the ironclad? Yes, actually, that is on top of my wish list. I have to finish up some more things before I can do that. I have to do a little follow-up for the E1 because I made a mistake. But the next big thing I want to start is the ironclad, yeah. It's still not 100% decided. Perseus is also up the list, but me personally, I'm more interested in the ironclad. Not like ship-wise, but rebuilding-wise, because after looking at these clean RSI floors for like almost 2 years now, I would like to do something a bit more rugged and a bit more Drake. And then maybe I can do the Perseus later, unless it's going to be shown at Invictus this next year, but I don't think that's completely out of the question. Oh, Karolinger's here. Nice to see you. Yes, the side turrets can be pilot controlled if he's alone. And this one cannot. And then another interesting thing we noticed yesterday. I'm not sure if anyone is watching Starjump Grimm's stream. He talked about it yesterday too, and he had the same point. In the back here you can see there's the sliding mechanism of the top turret. So it can slide back and down and then to the underside. One of the artwork depicts it on the other side too. But if we look at the concept image again, it really looks like there's a door back there. Not on that floor, but on the top floor. But, I mean, there can't be a door here, so I reckon that's just... Oh no. Oh no, I flipped. I reckon it's just component access. The interior upper deck appears to have an exit. Yeah, that's what we just talked about. We don't think it's an entrance or exit. We think that's just extra component access, like one big component hidden behind that door. Just because, I mean, it would be right behind this railing here. That's completely impossible. I didn't build all this in Blender. I just, this is the HoloViewer model. The HoloViewer model. I retextured it and cleaned some things up, and the interior I'm currently rebuilding myself, yes, but the exterior, that's just the official website stuff. You want to rebuild the 890 in Blender for VR? Go for it. I just want to mention that it took me almost 2 years to build the Galaxy interior, so take some time. No, it didn't took me 2 years, like I'm fully working, obviously. I just didn't have that much time, but I worked in it for 2 years. Right, so I don't really want to walk around here for another hour. If there's anything you want to see about the ship, you can let me know now. Otherwise I would go back into actually modeling the interior. That's a bit boring, but I want to have a bigger stream later today with the interior fully explorable. Speaking of the galaxy, when will you show us your suggestion for the habitation? You mean the correction I mentioned when I said I wanted to make it bigger? That's a good question. It's somewhere in that big pile of things I have to do. I felt like the modules are more interesting for starters, and there's still 2 missing, so I still want to do it at some point, but there's more important things about it. In one picture, there appears to be a gap in the turret rail. Could that fold or open to allow someone to pass through? Let me check. I want to see that. Can you tell me which one? Not this one. 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 This one here? I don't think this is going to open. In the picture of the interior. Yeah, I mean, from the inside it looks like a door, but from the exterior it really is right behind that rail. I don't think that is going to slide open. I think this is just one big piece of component access. It's firing a missile in that picture. This one. And you see a gap there. Let me enhance that. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be... I mean, I joked about that yesterday too, but it would be such an animation nightmare to make all this slide away and open, and then what happens when you try to move the turret at the same time. I don't think there's a back entrance. But I do think there might be a second, maybe some, not hidden, but like a secondary entrance on the other side. Yeah, quantum drive in the back, that might sense. It could actually be something big, like a big component. I haven't really looked at the sheets if there's any capital size, or at least very big components in there, something special. How long do you think it will take to mod the Paladin interior? Are you talking about my reconstruction, my building, or the official RSI gray box? Because I don't know if they're starting this now. They have so much stuff to do. I think... Okay, mine. Well, as I said, I have parts of it done already. Like I have the ground floor layout done. That is not much if you look at it, and I'll show it in just a second. But it's the whole floor layout, so I know where the rooms are, and it's very accurate. It's more accurate than the Galaxy and every other ship that I made before. I don't know why. It's just it just aligned perfectly. Yeah, so I'll head over to the boring stream. And then I can show you the interior, but there's not much to see right now, so it's just for an update where I'm currently at. But yeah, to answer the question fully, I try to have something like super rough done later today in the afternoon. And then I'm probably going to stream that again. Foresight for the pilot plus missile makes it win for me. The Paladin sales page is vague on the interior. It's just stairs and a big empty room. With empty room, I assume you're referring to the upper floor. Well, I mean, let's have a look. This is the ship, and as you can see, this is the model, and I aligned it to the concept image in the back, and it aligns pretty good. And so then I can take out the exterior and build my model on top of that image. Right now this is the upper floor, so I have to hide the lower floor here for a second. Yeah, and as you can see, this upper floor layout aligns super perfectly with the image before I managed to get the camera matching. Even the room here, I was super surprised that it was so easy. But this is like matching perfectly, and the other one is the same, just mirrored, like the beds are on this side, which is a bit weird because that means there must be wasted space on both sides, but well. Thank you, Carolinger, for whatever you did there. I don't actually know what that means, to be honest. He gifted 5 memberships. What is that? What? Oh, shit. I should have prepared better. Channel members. Oh, so you gifted... Oh, I get it. That's amazing. I didn't know that was possible. Well, thank you very much for, first of all. And to those channel members, that means you can right now just click into the older channel updates that I posted, and there's a link to the Galaxy interior that I built, and you can walk around it. I made it available in the web browser, so you can just click that link, take that password there, and then walk around the whole thing for yourself, including the modules that you can switch from a console terminal. The first 3 only, but wow. Thank you very much, that's very nice of you. And also you can have this obviously when I did the video. Karolinger, if you don't know, is fellow German, and he translates most of my videos into German. So all the tours. And I'll try to have a proper, pretty tour of this ship. I'm trying mid of this week, but I'm going to fail at that, so it will take a bit longer. But as you can see, the interior, like layout-wise, it's pretty cool. And if we have a look at the only someone said that there's just empty rooms and stuff. The only one I don't really know about is this one. It's looks like it's only component access. Someone earlier yesterday said there's like a cargo space, but I don't see that, and I also don't see this open, as I said earlier. I think this is just engineering and component axis. And then the 2 crew quarters here and here. There's one little toilet here that's maybe a bit... Maybe I would have built a second one, honestly. And then here's habitation or mess hall. And a ladder downstairs. And this here in the middle, I was thinking what that is. It looks a bit too detailed to be nothing, so since it's right beneath the top turret, I think it might be actually like physicalized ammunition feeding, so you can reload the ballistic ammunition. Maybe this is the first prototype for that kind of gameplay. Doesn't YouTube now have automated AI voice translation? I bet it does, but can it fix the German accent? I don't think it can, and that's why we have to do it ourselves. And what I haven't shown, if you haven't noticed, the 2 cockpits, like the top one with the pilot and co-pilot, and right below that one second. And right below that the gunner. These 2 rooms, that's actually one room. There's nothing in between them. They are basically hovering over the other 2. You can see that in the where is it? This image. There's the 2 pilots on top and the gunners below, and there's nothing in between, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool room. And that's, yeah. I tried to have all that built up later today. But for now, that's what I said earlier. You can also already see that there's nothing on this side of the ship. So maybe there's another like hidden door somewhere. There's also this small dead end. And I don't expect components to be here, so maybe there's like a hidden exit here that goes around. Let's have a look how much space there's actually left. I know this is really hard to read right now, I'm sorry, but as you can see, like everything orange is the floor of the 2 decks. So you can see that there's some free space here, but a lot of free space on this side. That could be another full room. I know that they always leave room for components and not the components that we actually use and change, but like lore-wise that there's space for, I don't know, cables and all the stuff that you need to have in between rooms. It can't just be accessible space, but there's a lot of space here. Otherwise the layout is pretty good and efficient compared to, well, the galaxy. Oh, you're talking about an emergency exit to the bottom. That would be helpful too. I'm just not sure if it is... I mean, it could be somewhere here. Sure. An emergency exit to the bottom would be more efficient maybe, but I'm still wondering why there's the door frame on the right side. Can you look at the first floor stairs room? It seems so wasted. Also a floor panel there is slightly different than all the other ones, so maybe an elevator. Let's have a look. Okay, upstairs floor. Wasted space. I guess you're talking about all this stuff here. And yeah, sure, there's a lot of unused space. But what floor panel are you talking about that is slightly different? These ones? Or this one with the Anvil logo? Oh, you said, oh, sorry, first floor. Yeah, first floor is something else depending on what continent you live in. Americans call the ground floor first floor, and we call the first floor, like the first level first floor. That's a misunderstanding, sorry about that. Well, if you're European, I don't know, we call it I guess at least for German, the difference is that we don't call it floor, we call it basically raised level, or like level above zero. And so there isn't the first floor for us is already like whatever your second floor is. Doesn't matter which one are you talking about? This one, this big one here with the yellow triangles. Okay, that does look a lot different. That's true. Oh, and you think that might be an exterior elevator? It's definitely not the cargo grid. I can promise you that, because that is the only way to the cockpit. That would be quite in the way. It is, I mean, also you're saying this room is so big, the lower one. It is really not as big as you think. I can show you in this terrible like quality that we have right now, but I already walked on the floors and they feel like kind of narrow. So let's get the lower floor back in. Exterior. So basically this is the interior. So this is your door. This is where you come in. This is the first room that looks a lot smaller than in the image. And this is the one you're talking about. This is really just a wider corridor. It's absolutely not as big as it kind of feels like on that image. And this is already like without the detailing on the side, so it will get even closer together. And then this is the dead end I was talking about. Oh, and this would be the ladder to the upper floor. So I think if anything, this could really well be a lift, like just for surface entrance or exit. Oh, that would actually make sense because no, I mean this is a door. This is not a docking collar, so there must be some kind of stairs coming down. I thought this might be just a docking collar, and then this could be the normal entrance, but I think there might be a lift here, but no cargo grid for sure. And then on the top, the room we just talked about is also not as big as it feels like. There's 2 benches here, and then look how narrow this is. I know the view is pretty terrible, but this is the only space that is really wasted. I feel like this this small area that looks down onto the stairs and then goes into the 2 crew quarters and the big component room. And the component room might be a bit oversized, but even that, if you see it from this perspective, it really doesn't feel as massive as in the top view. And also, I mean, now it's pretty obvious that this won't be like a cargo hold, right? It could only fit like 2 or 3 boxes. Yeah, so now I have done nothing and just walked around, so if you have any more questions, feel free to ask, but otherwise I would continue to model the interior now, and if that's too boring for anyone, then I don't blame you. So maybe just come back in a few hours or this afternoon, and then I might have a full tour with the full interior. You're welcome. it's not centered. Good morning, Mika. Good morning, everyone. For everyone joining late, I'm sorry. You missed the cool part. You missed the walking around part, probably. So I just rebuilding this thing right now, and I'll try to later today have another stream where I can walk around the full interior with everything, basically. Right now I have the full floor layout built completely, well, not completely, let's say 95% accurate. And then I hope that I have the walls up later today. But unfortunately I'm terrible at talking and doing this at the same time. So yeah, I only have a look at the chat every now and then for... Obviously if you have questions about the ship, then fire away and we can have a look at the exterior too. See, that aligns pretty well, and that all just works because the camera that I have here is perfectly aligned to the model. Have you seen the plan view from the brochure? It seems more accurate than the hollow view, including not mirrored entry doors. Oh. Let me have a look at that. Unfortunately, I did not add that to the slideshow that I have in here. But yeah, if you look at the PDF brochure of the Paladin, you're right, it only has the door on one side. You know what? Thank you for pointing that out, and I'm going to fix that just for you right now. So, no door on this side. Oh no! Oh no. No, there's a hole in there. That's why they mirrored it, because, well, they didn't want to model the other side too. Okay, I'll fix that later. There are a lot of stairs in the Paladin. Do you think this was someone's first ship at CIG and we're practicing techniques? No, it is made by one of the more famous artists. I forgot his name, but I can tell you in a second because I saw it on Twitter. It's made by Gavin Rothery. He made a lot of the more famous Star Citizen artworks or concepts. So definitely not an unexperienced person here. But I mean, you're talking about the small stairs, right? I think that is mainly because, I mean, you can see that the ship itself has a lot of level changes. So I assume it's to like get most out of the possible interior and also to make it more interesting. Is he also not the dude that concepted the ships in Jupiter Rising? I don't know, actually. I just read his name a few times in context of Star Citizen. I don't know what else he did. Should look that up at one point. I will look it up because, I mean, his work on this is pretty amazing. I didn't know that there's one artist doing the exterior and interior concepts, so apparently that's all one person's work. That's crazy. Seems to show it isn't possible for any lift. How does the brochure say that there's no possibility for a lift? Sorry, I'm back to Dr. Crail and your look at the technical sheet. Why did you say there's no room for a lift? To me, it almost looks like there's a lift door, like on the bottom. Could be anything really, but yeah. Yeah, but really, I don't be sorry to derail that. That was really good information. Because I was talking about the second entrance so much, and apparently there isn't one. Okay. Well, I'm just thinking if there is a bottom elevator, it could be right here on this plate here, on the image on the spec sheet image, that you can see some kind of line here that looks like a sliding door, maybe. The bottom floor ladder... The what? The bottom floor ladder floor panel looks like it could have a cheeky hatch. Yeah, that's... we talked about that earlier. This here. No, now I'm at the upper floor. I'm not going to load in the lower floor. There's one panel here that looks like it could be an elevator with a logo. No, not a logo, it has the yellow triangles on it. Oh, George Hull is the designer on those. Wait a minute. George Hull? I actually saw that guy once. He came into one of the companies I worked at and talked about his concept work on different movies for like 2 hours. That was super interesting. Titus Clipper, let me have a look. Oh, right. Ooh, that looks amazing. Yeah, I really want to get to... I definitely need to look more into all the artists that do the concept art for Star Citizen. Because, like, I guess you can even get information from that, what currently is being worked on and what is not. Oh no, back to work. Now I have been... I built 2 stairs since we started this. At this point I'm not getting this done. But that's absolutely fine. Thank you very much for all the great input. I'm just saying I don't get anything done because I can't multitask. I just wanted to say there are not that many stairs, but I mean, this is actually confusing to me. You're going down and then go back up again? That really doesn't make any sense. Except for, like, it's cool. It's a cool floor layout. It's more interesting than just one boring straight corridor, but this is really puzzling why you would put so many stairs in a military craft. For the door. But I mean the door might need some space at the top, but I don't know. It feels like artificially made more interesting and more maze-like. Yeah, right, it is a bit weird. And it's the same on the other deck. I mean, I get it on this lower floor to make space for the upper floor here, so that you can get both on top of each other, but it's weird that it's the same on the top floor. Oh, wait. Have we only been looking at the lower one? No, it's both of them. They both have this weird gap here. Again, it would make sense on just the lower floor to like fit the two doors above each other, but having this on both, that's weird. It's a bit inaccurate, but close enough. Oh, wow. Sometimes it's scary how good things align. Like, for example, on this one, the top and bottom stairs apparently are exactly on top of each other. And that it works, that they just fit into place so perfectly. Gives me hope that my alignment is really good and accurate on this one. That's cool. Okay, almost done with the stairs. I think there's only these. Oh, and then the big staircase. Thank you, Vali. No, I'm not the best. I'm just doing my part as a citizen. All I can think of is the dip giving room for the blast shields. What blast shields are you talking about? The big armor plates on top? Or does it actually have like animated blast shields like the Carrick is supposed to have? Is that somewhere in the brochure? 60% sure it had it somewhere. I mean, we can have a look at where that aligns with on the exterior. I mean, as I said, on the bottom it kinda feels like they just want to make use of all the space they have here, because the chin or whatever it's called is so low. But why we have the same on the top floor? I don't know. There's even more room on the top than on the bottom, so the door can't be an issue. The blast shields are mentioned in the store page pictures. Are they mentioned or are they shown? And are these the blast shields? Like this part here? Could that actually slide forward like that? They are one of the marked points of interest on the pictures. On the store page, did I see that? Let me have a look. Cockpit blast shields. Yeah, okay, but it's like a very... like it could be anywhere. It just says there are blast shields. Okay, yeah, but okay, yeah. You confirmed there are blast shields, okay. But now we have to figure out where they are. It is on the top in the middle, so it, like, image-wise, I would expect it to be... well, here, maybe this, here. Maybe this could also slide forward. I mean... like this. I mean, it feels like that, right? Let me animate that quickly for you. know that's rough and intersecting, but that could be your blast shield, right? Okay, done. There we go. Looks like there's something behind the... Kinda looked like there was already something hidden behind the side panel next to the pilot glass when you moved it there. There's a long rectangular panel there hidden behind that curved shroud. Let me have a look. This here, you're talking about this? So you think this is the blast shield and this is just the cover for the blast shield? You know what? That might make a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, let's get that out too. Ah, that fits perfectly. Oh, thank you for seeing that. Problem is when I see something, I want to do something, then I get completely lost in that and completely forgot to look at the stuff around it. That's what happened to the galaxy doors too. I have one idea and then I try to build it and don't even look at all the stuff around it. But yeah, amazing spot there. Let me animate that too. That fits so perfectly. Even underneath this one. Okay, here's a better look at the blast shield. Isn't that cool? Thank you so much for spotting that. Now it's perfect. Should we look under the top piece? I mean, we can, but this feels so good with the rounding here. Also, no, there's nothing underneath. But there's actually... wait. That's interesting. Like this is the default how the model came. But underneath it there are more windows and they are pretty detailedly modeled, even though there's this stuff on top of it. So I don't know what's happening there actually. So first of all, maybe these two follow this one. Oh, and the Anvil logo too, obviously. And then maybe, just maybe, it actually is supposed to slide back even further. No, it can't really. I mean, so curious why there's more detail in there hidden underneath. It's not like it makes a big difference, but I mean, someone did put a lot of work into modeling these curves here. Yeah, you're right, the top could also just not move at all. Maybe the top is static and just the sides move, but still cool to have it all moving. Kit bash from the Valkyrie model. That is interesting. Maybe. Could, I mean, could be. No, it's a little different. Like not a lot, but it's definitely not reused from that model. But I mean, you could be partially right. It could just be that they modeled this after the Valkyrie and tried to emulate the same look, and then later decided that there is a protecting panel on top. That's interesting. I mean, it's not super interesting, but I always find it interesting to look at these models from someone else and then see parts of the process that got dropped on the way or got changed or something. Hopefully the Legionnaire ends up this cool. I mean, like, they get cooler every time because they just learn and iterate so much, but the Legionnaire is smaller, right? So it might not be as roomy as this one. Concerning your last stream, did you notice that the turret is on rails and does have a position on the bottom of the ship according to the sales page? Just want to clarify it. Yeah, I absolutely noticed. And we did even talk about that a bit because there is this this ring here where I said it kind of makes it impossible for this to slide, or the ring has to open and move. But the ring is another thing that is not on the more detailed model on the spec sheet, on the technical data sheet. So this is just to add some detail to the HoloViewer model, and yeah, it definitely slides from here all the way to the downside. I'm going to animate that later too, so we can have that moving around too. But that's going to be a bit... No, it's not going to be a lot of work, but I'll do it later. I have to finish these stairs now. Do you think there will be a food dispenser machine near the crew seating? And do you think the mirrored crew quarters are perhaps an inefficient use of space? I absolutely think it's inefficient. I said that myself, just because yeah, you can see, since it is mirrored, both of them leave a different area unused, basically. I mean, I always think it's kind of... It makes sense that they don't just fill this whole thing up completely to the extreme, because there is space that you need for engineering. It's always hard to talk about that. Not the engineering stuff we have in game and not the modules we have in game, but there always needs to be other things inside of the walls of these spaceships, like all the cabling and technical plating and everything. So I don't think they need to use every single inch of this, but I don't see the point in making them mirrored, is what I'm saying. It would be more efficient to have them just mirrored on one axis. Then again, it makes it more interesting. Just having the same room mirrored makes it feel like a different room. So maybe it's just that, to have it a bit more interesting. And yeah, the other door is not present. Yep, we noticed earlier. There's only one door on the exterior. CIG likes to work from one extreme to another, from their refusal to use stairs in the past to making a ship interior mostly out of staircases. That's so true. And same with the Intrepid lately. Back in the days, Crusader ship had one entrance, and now this tiny little starter thing has 3, compared to a Star Runner. But it's progress, I guess. And yeah, bathrooms in the crew quarters would make sense. And also there would be enough space for it. There's just this one combo in the stairway, but it's, I don't know, for 4 people. There should be 2, just for, just if one is clogged. Would an array, yeah, absolutely, but for now, most of them looked too uneven, but right now I'm figuring out the distance between the steps and it seems like they are all the same, so you're right, I should definitely use an array modifier now. Just not for the bottom. I think the bottom one is a bit further away from the... I don't think it follows the very same pattern for some reason, but you are right, I should absolutely make this clean. Oh no, these are different axes. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I know that my volume isn't the loudest, but I don't think I can turn my mic louder. I had that problem in the past. I don't know a fix for that, unfortunately. Wait, what kind of units is this working in? It's completely... Oh, that's relative. That's stupid. Constant offset? That makes... Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. perfectly they fit. Oh, is that satisfying? Oh, that's a good alignment. Amazing. Sorry guys, I can't turn the volume louder. Maybe I'll try to figure it out later, but my streaming software already has me in the upper green, like right in front of the yellow, so I don't know. We should look at this staircase from inside now to marvel at our work. There we go. Look at all these pretty stairs. These ones are not visible because I have the alignment of the floor wrong here, but that's another 6 stairs. There's so many on this ship. Cool. Also, this, looking at it from this angle and from the first person perspective, that could be a lot steeper, right? For a military ship, these are so wide and so spacious. This is really like a staircase for an old folks home. Also, they are spaced so far apart. Interesting. Those stairs look like they might have been copied from the exterior ramp proportions. Which exterior ramp? There's your 2 beds, in case you wondered. That's what they look like right now. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to ask all of you before I end this stream. There's one kind of detail I could not really make out myself. If we look at the top, actually, let me open the image for you. This one here. So in the crew quarters, what do you think is this? The best I can see is it looks like there's luggage stored underneath, and then this looks like a desk because of the this looks like binders here. But then again, it also looks way too high for a desk. It almost looks like shoulder height of this guy. So I'm not really sure what these could be like in the crew quarters. A folded down chair. saying this is a chair. Oh, this here, this could be like a moving out chair. Definitely. Is that a room? Starboard? Opposite the crew room? There's 2 crew rooms. Is that what you're talking about? There's the same room mirrored. And then these are just like component access. No, not sorry. Inventory, like personal lockers. A bench here. And then lastly, what could this be? There's the beds on this side, and then opposing that should be the same here, but I can't really make out any detail on this, so what could these long things be? Or is it just decoration? You can't see my mouse. Oh no, I have to activate that later. No, actually I can do it now. No, I don't know how to do that. Well, but the back side of the room, what could that be? No, this thing could not fit a ground vehicle, not at all. Not even the small ones. A shelf, another shelf here. Could be, but it's so narrow, so it's not very deep. I don't know, maybe we can make something out when I build the walls. Maybe that helps. Let's go back one last time. Just wanted to answer that ground vehicle. It wasn't a question, it was a fact, but this is the top floor from first perspective, and this I think is the biggest room it has. And it looks a lot smaller in here than it does on the sheet. It really isn't that big. This could not fit. Maybe a few pulses, but nothing else really. Yeah, pulses, you can shove a few pulses in here, but no real, I don't know. Not even a rover, I think. If they tore out the entire bottom floor, okay, sure, but that really wouldn't be much use in a gunship. And I mean, in its current form, I think the lower one will have a lot of suit lockers and stuff for if you want to go to the ground. And then the top one will have a lot of component access, so even though it's a bit... it wastes a bit of space, it might be like well organized at least. Can you compare to the Legionnaire? I can't right now, I'm sorry, I don't have the Legionnaire model here, but I have the Valkyrie and it's pretty much the same size. A bit wider, a bit thicker, and has a fatter nose. I can get the Legionnaire in later, but I don't have that here right now. Yeah, I try to have the Legionnaire in here I'm going to stream later tonight again with the interior, hopefully. I'll make sure to have the Legionnaire next to this one. And now I'm going to it looks like a weapon rack near the suit lockers. Yeah, there's no cargo, I think. There's no entrance that would be spacious enough for cargo really, except the small delivery boxes. Okay, I'm going to the expo hall one last time, and then I'm going to leave you and come back in a few hours with the interior, hopefully. Here we are. So again, this is the version from yesterday. No interior. Not what I just built is not in here yet, but it has lighter. It has more lights than yesterday, so we can make out more of the things. For example, the doors that now became obsolete. I'll take the doors out later too. On the right side here, there shouldn't be one. Yeah, but if CIG hired me, who would do these videos like half an hour after the ships are out in concept? I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be allowed to do that anymore. So you should hope that I'm not getting hired by CIG. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to pause or end this for now. Take the opportunity to thank these people. These are my supporters on Patreon and YouTube. And they obviously help make... They help get me a reason to spend so much time on this. So thank you very much for all of those people. And also the 5 that got gifted memberships in the video. You will be on this wall in a few days too, and in the next videos. And also everyone who got a membership can play or can see the Galaxy interior. Every member has a link in its inbox, and you can just play around, walk around the Galaxy interior that I built in your web browser, including the modules that you can swap out from a terminal. It's not this pretty, but it's interactive and you can walk around yourself. That's pretty cool. So yeah, again, thank you very much. I'll be online later tonight, hopefully with the interior set up. And then we can chat about it some more. So thank you very much and see you later.